in the awareness that yes, it's here now. You're living it. You're together with your SP. It feels good. You can be happy now because you have it. It is done. I want you to really get excited because what you see there, I want you to have this awareness that what you see there is real. Welcome back to another video on this channel, guys. And well, today we are going to talk about telepathy, aka thought transmission once again, but in a little bit of a different way, because I have been really contemplating, I was like, okay, what could we do to make it fun, to make it easier, to keep a good mental diet when it comes to manifesting our specific person, and not only this, but really living in the end consistently and staying in the new story. And well, I was just coming up with this 24/7 telepathy challenge. This is going to be so amazing, guys. And honestly, let me share a little bit of tea here. I have been doing this as well, not really as a challenge, but more so I've been just doing this with SP or other specific people in my reality. As you know, a specific person can be anyone. It could be your romantic SP, but it can be anyone. So you can, of course, use this with whoever you want to. And let me just explain what this challenge is all about. Now, as we know with telepathy, thought transmission, this is something that is taking place 24/7. It's a 24/7 kind of thing. Your specific person really receives all your thoughts every single day. So it's not like you can just shut it off and be like, okay, you know what, today I'm not in a good mood. I don't want my SP to pick up on my thoughts. Your thoughts in these, conversations are gonna, they're gonna be delivered. These signals that you're sending, these messages that you're sending, even if you're in no contact, quote unquote, this is not real. You're not in no contact. Let me really emphasize this. No contact with your SP is not possible because you're always connected in consciousness. So whatever you're thinking, your specific person is thinking. Your SP is thinking whatever you're thinking. Your SP is feeling whatever you're feeling. And every single day, from second to second, from moment to moment, whenever you choose to consciously live in the new story, in the, in the story where you're already in this happy, committed relationship, where your specific person is indeed showing up as their best version. Every time you do this, every time you think from this reality, you are in this reality. And as we know, how does manifestation work? We're drawing the inner experience into the outer world. So we know it has to reflect, it has no other choice. It has to show up because what you persist in will harden into fact, as Neville said. This will show up in your reality. So this challenge, oh my God, guys, I am really, really excited because I've been preparing a couple of things and I really want to motivate you to use this whenever you want to strengthen the bond between you and SP, or when you're having a hard time, you're missing your specific person, you want to feel closer to them, or you just want to have a little bit of fun with thought transmission, use this. Okay, so the first thing is I would like to read you a post that I've posted on Twitter to really help us understand what we're doing in this challenge. You are engaging in imaginal acts literally all day. Every time you picture yourself with SP, you talk to your SP in your mind, you have an inner convo about SP, you manifest. Be aware of this. It is not only when you do your routine. The question is, what are you doing the rest of the day. And that goes to show, like, guys, these imaginal acts, and by the way, this is also something Neville Goddard was talking about, that we're engaging in imaginal acts. Let's say you're meeting up with a person, a friend, you're meeting up with them for, something you're gonna do together. And before you meet them, you go there in your mind, you're already playing the scene even though you're not really aware of it. And this is essentially what we're doing with our SP as well. And here's where it gets interesting, because time and space are not real. You are definitely able to conjure up the future with your SP. Let's say you're conjuring up a memory of the future where you're with SP living together in 10 years from now. I don't know, you're married, you're in your dream home, let's just say you're doing this, which is not to say that it has to take 10 years, but you get what I mean. This is an imaginal act. Just like when you're going back, maybe you have a past with your SP and you're replaying negative scenes, you're engaging in an imaginal act too. And depending on the imaginal act you're playing there, this is what your reality is going to reflect. So the question is, who are you right now? And, who do you see your specific person as? Do you see your specific person already as the version who is in the happy, committed relationship with you, And essentially, we are engaging in imaginal acts really all day long. And Neville Goddard was actually talking about this as well, that we are, let's just say you are meeting up with your best friend, okay? So before you're gonna meet your best friend, you're gonna play a scene in your mind. You're gonna imagine what it's gonna be like, and soon after, you find yourself in the same place talking to your best friend. Maybe you've even, imagined the whole conversation that you're gonna have. And just like this, you can do the same thing with your SP, and I bet you're already doing it without even being aware. And this is where the challenge comes in, because we want to be aware of the story that we are reaffirming every single day. And we want to ideally conjure up the reality where we are already with our specific person in this happy, committed relationship, and our SP is already right now in this moment their perfect version, their ideal self. They're showing up exactly the way that you would like them to, and you're gonna reinforce this with telepathy, aka thought transmission. So I have 5 different things prepared that you can do. And of course, feel free to add your own stuff. You can come up with, the most random things. I don't know. You can really be creative, guys. This is just to give you an impulse and inspire you, basically. So the first thing is, everything you do on the everyday basis, you're gonna think like you're doing it with your specific person. You're getting up in the morning, you're getting ready, you're brushing your teeth, you're getting dressed, you're eating breakfast, whatever. You're doing this all with your specific person. Maybe you even want to imagine that you're gonna wake up with your SP, because your goal is to live with your SP in the future. But instead of seeing this as something that is far away, I want you to see this as something that is happening right now, and you're living it, and you're gonna feel way better. I can promise you, especially if you're someone who's very, you're missing your specific person every single day, you're gonna start to feel way more connected. And, well, you're just gonna talk to your SP, okay? Talk to your specific person as if you were already in this ideal relationship. What would you be talking about? Maybe your specific person would motivate you or listen to you. Whenever you have something to share, it could be something positive. You can also talk about all the negative things with your SP, but I don't want you to, talk to your SP and be like, oh my God, you're always treating me like XYZ, reinforcing the old story, but more so coming from the place where your SP always listens to you, asks you how your day has been. When you have trouble at work or whatever, there was something going on, you can share it. You can share your emotions from the place of your SP is your anchor. Your SP is your biggest fan. Your SP is always there for you. You're the top priority. This is the perspective, you know? And number 3 is, this is something that has helped me tremendously, and not only really helped me, but made me feel emotionally very connected. And it is using playlists in order to communicate with your specific person. So what you want to do is you want to either pick songs that you would like connect to your SP. Maybe you've always listened to some songs together, you know, they always remind you of your SP, good times with your SP, or maybe you just want to pick romantic songs. Like what I've personally done is I have just been on Spotify, I have looked up romantic playlists, romantic songs, whatever, and you're gonna just make your own playlist. And the key is you can really use telepathy with a playlist. You can communicate with thought transmission using this playlist. And it goes like this. Let's just say you have a song that really makes you feel good, okay? And this song, whenever you listen to it, you think about your SP, because this is what you would like to hear from your specific person, you know, that your SP loves you, that you're the only one, that they are so lucky, you're the love of their life and whatnot. And you're gonna imagine that your specific person is singing you this song, you know? You're gonna create a whole playlist of songs that are gonna put you in the place where you're gonna feel so loved, and really allow yourself to think, oh my God, this is my SP singing to me. You can, you know, there are tons of amazing romantic songs. Pick whatever makes you happy. There are no limits. You can really pick music that you personally love, and you can pick very cheesy songs, really make it fun. Have a fun with this, guys, and I can promise you it's gonna make you feel so much better and so much more connected. And the next thing is imaginal acts. And the inspiration here is I want you to, whenever you're daydreaming, whenever you're thinking about your specific person, and maybe you're thinking about the future, maybe you see yourself with your specific person married in your dream home, living your dream life. I want you to conjure up those images on purpose, okay? So not only when you're doing this, sitting down, okay, now I'm gonna script, now I'm gonna visualize, but I want you to use every day whenever you're thinking about SP, okay? You're just randomly, they're just on your mind suddenly. You're gonna instantly create a scene, a beautiful scene. You're on a date with your specific person, and it's so amazing. You're having the most amazing conversation, or you're walking along the beach, having your dream vacation, or you're getting married, or you're in your dream home together, or your specific person is confessing his or her love to you, or whatever. It could be very easy. It could be very detailed. This is up to you, but I want you to consciously conjure up those scenes in your mind, not only to, you know, work with it so you feel better, so you feel that you're there, you know, that it has already happened, because, you know, it kind of implies that it's done and your mind has no idea, you know, when you're going to the place where you're married or living together, that already implies that, of course, your SP loves you, because why should you live together if your SP does not love you, you know? So put you there. But a cool thing about this is your SP can receive your thoughts and images. So your specific person is inevitably going to have these images transferred right away. And this is where it gets really fun and really cool, because they are gonna suddenly have these images on their mind and they're gonna be like, oh my God, what's going on? Because it's gonna be their own thoughts. And guess what? The more often you're gonna do this, the more it's gonna be on your SP's mind. And yeah, it's really fun, guys. The last thing is, these are two different ideas here. One is more for visualizing, and the other is just like random, what you can do. Let's start with the random idea. When you're at night winding down, you're done with the day, you're watching a movie or you're scrolling on your phone, you're gonna do what Neville Goddard did as he was manifesting his wife. So Neville Goddard was actually imagining that he was already, even though it was not real in the 3D, he was still imagining that he was already sleeping next to his wife every single night. And as we know, when you embody the person who is living with SP, the reality has to reflect, but you have to stay there consistently. So I want you to really, I want you to imagine they're next to you. You're talking about the movie that you're watching and you're laughing together, or you're cuddling, you're romantic together, you're sharing these beautiful moments, and you're gonna feel what it's like, the warmth, being protected, being together. There's nothing in between, because I want you to get rid of the illusion of separation, of this feeling that you're waiting, that you can't reach your SP, that your SP is far away. And I want you to get away from the suffering into a reality where you're feeling the fulfillment of the wish fulfilled. I mean, as the name says, the wish fulfilled is you giving yourself the fulfillment, because this is what you can do. It is in your hands, guys. And the more often you're going to do this, the better, because guess what? When you're going to fall asleep in the awareness that you're already in the dream reality with your SP, you're going to wake up as the person who is in the dream reality. Because usually when you wake up, you're going to think about the night before. This awareness is still there. Like, it's been there the whole night. It's been, having sort of an effect on your subconscious the whole night. That's why it's so important, really, to check what you're thinking before you fall asleep. Because what you fall asleep as is what you're going to wake up as. And of course, you want to wake up as the person who is with SP. And the last thing is SATS, aka the state akin to sleep, but we're going to use it in another way today. We're going to use it to revise the day. This is a method that Neville Goddard has also used or suggested, and it's pretty easy. You're going to recap your day. So before you fall asleep at night, you're going to go through your day. But instead of replaying it as it was in the 3D, you're going to replay it from the perspective of you have spent the entire day with your SP. What have you done together? What have you been talking about? How did you feel? And you're going to flip through the day just in a very brief way. It doesn't have to be detailed, but just, channel up this feeling and fall asleep in the awareness that, yes, it's here now. You're living it. You're together with your SP. It feels good. You can be happy now because you have it. It is done. I want you to really get excited, because what you see there, I want you to have this awareness that what you see there is real. And every single time you do this, because imagination is the source, your reality will shift. Your reality will obey to this, because it's law. The law is always the same. And it works, guys. It works. I want to really encourage you to give it a try. This is such a fun way to manifest our specific person and to really get into this instant communication and to make yourself feel better. Because let's be real, what feels better? To live in the reality where you perceive the separation, where you're constantly looking at your 3D to validate you, or to really say, you know what, I've had it, I'm gonna give myself the desire because I can. Because I know it's real. Because I know my power. Like, you know, you have this power within you. I want you to really feel it, because I can promise you, you're gonna see shifts if you keep persisting in this. This is the law. Whatever you persist in will harden into fact. It has to. It has no other choice but to show up in your reality and to materialize. And I want you to enjoy your life, to live your life with the awareness that whatever you conjure up has no choice but to show up. And you can trust in this because it's your own creation. And yeah, besides, it's really fun, guys. It's a great way to use these times where we're, you know, thinking about our SP, because let's be honest, there's no shame in admitting it. You're probably thinking about your SP very often. And I mean, it's pretty simple to saturate your mind using this telepathy, using the connection. And well, not to spill too much tea here, but I've really, you know, I have had so many instances in my life where I was experiencing SP to repeat whole sentences from my rampages or from these, you know, Spotify exercises, and it was really impressive, you know? You're gonna be surprised at what kinds of shifts are waiting for you as well. You're the next success story. Believe in it. You got this, and it's already done, guys. I am beyond excited because this year is going to be amazing. We're going to have a couple of courses coming up and even more SP content. And of course, if you want to suggest a topic, feel free to do so down below in the comments. And I will see you around in the next video.